Shalom. Most High Christ bless. Most High Christ bless. Shabbat Shalom. My name is Jakanan Maccabeus.
And Big KL.
Today's lessons is whoremongers and whores will not have the kingdom of heaven. We'd like to start out with John chapter 8 verse 32.
John chapter 8 verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
This evening we're going to give you the truth. As you can see all around us, we're on the ways of our heathens, and we're not treating our women the way that we should, and our women are out of order. They are out of order. We can't tell them nothing, and our men is out of order, and we're treating our women like they're nothing. And from there we're going to go to Hosea chapter 4 verse 6.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. See, thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children.
And we have forgotten the law. We need to go back to these law, statutes, and commandments. We need the things that the Lord has commanded us to do. We need to take our women to wives. Our women need to be submissive to our men and let them lead the household so that we have strong households as Israelites. The black family has been destroyed. And we must go back to what we were meant to be, to have our greatness as a family, so that we will have a strong family structure for our children, show them the proper way God meant for things for us to be. So from there we're going to go.
It's like I want to bring out this in Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5 and 6. This is laying back in Hosea 4 6. Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5 and 6 says, Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God hath commanded, that ye should do so in the land whither ye should go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding inside of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
We need to go back and show our children this understanding. We need to go back to being great. We need to go back to having this understanding. And without this, we are nothing, and we are lacking the knowledge of who we are. So it's a must that we go back to these law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God.
And I also like to add also that because we're disconnected from the laws, we are laughing stock. We look at the different social media programs like Eurostar, YouTube, Facebook. We're doing a lot of following our communities. Our women are out of order, our men are out of order, because we are distance from these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
You can just look at VH1, you can see us out here, we're plastered, we're making mockery of, and we are great people, and we need to go back to being the great people that we are. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29.
Okay, Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness.
And prostituting thy daughter does not mean to sell your daughter to another man. It means don't promote your daughter wearing tight clothes. Don't promote your daughter wearing spandex. Be a real man, be a father, and tell your daughter that she's out of line. You're making other men lust after your children, after your seed. We need to make sure that our women are respected. I mean, we're supposed to respect a woman, but it's up to a woman to give a man something to respect. And the land has become wicked. We got our women and they think they're supposed to be nothing but jump off and twerkers and on a strip pole. And that's all they're meant to be when they're greater than that. They're the greatest women on this planet, the black, Hispanic, and Native American woman. So we must make sure that they're going back to these customs. Put on that dress. Put on your modest apparel. Love yourself. Respect yourself, because respect starts with yourself. From there, we want to go to Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 13.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 13.
Read.
If any man take a wife, go in unto her, and hate her, and give occasions of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. Then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate.
Now, once you lay with a woman, you're supposed to take that woman to wife. It doesn't say that you're supposed to take that woman and then lay with the next woman and lay with the next woman and lay with the next woman. We're not supposed to be womanized. We're supposed to be taking our women to wives and building families with them. And that's what we need to do. We need to go back to that. We need to have that strong structure. We need to be strong men, not whoremongers. We can't be leading our family astray. If we keep doing this, we're going to keep having a vicious, repetitive cycle, and our children are going to think this is how you're supposed to treat your women. When that woman is supposed to have the utmost respect. Us men, it's our responsibility. It's our duty to show our children where our family is supposed to be. So we need to go back to these structures, these law, statutes, commandments that the Most High showed us. These are the reasons why we're going through the things that we're going through. This is the reason why we have the highest STD rates. These are the reasons why a woman is lost out there in the world with no guidance. She's led astray by her lust. Our children are thinking that a woman is nothing but a jump off. And that's all she is. And just lusting instead of loving on our people.
The Murray Brother Show would insist to us of our people.
Or Jerry Springer. It's an embarrassment.
Yeah, women dragging 3 guys on the show trying to figure out which one's the daddy, and sometimes 4 or 5 guys not knowing the father.
Straight crazy.
Deuteronomy 22 verse 16.
Read.
And the damsel's father shall say unto the elder, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hated her. And lo, he hath given occasions of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. They shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. And the elders of the city shall take that man and chastise him, and they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and give them unto the father of the damsel, because he hath brought up an evil name upon the virgin of Israel. And she shall be his wife. He may not put her away all his days.
You're supposed to take that woman to wife. You know, you're not supposed to be speaking badly of your woman. She is yours, and you're supposed to make sure that you take this man before the father. And the father's supposed to approve of this man to make sure that he is of your worth. And the woman, you're supposed to make sure this man is of your worth, or you're not even to bring this man around your father. Not to just choose, oh, I'm going to sleep with this man, that man over here. Nah, you're not supposed to have 5 different baby daddies. The man that you give your virginity to, that's the man that's supposed to be your husband.
I want to bring out this precept in Sirach chapter 7. Sirach chapter 7 verse 25 says, Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding.
And he must be putting God first. Women, if your husband is not putting God first, then that's not the man that you're supposed to be led by. God is his leader. He is your leader. You are the leader of the children. You're supposed to teach other women how to be good wives. Not out drinking, not out smoking. No, not clubbing and twerking, and that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're more than that. Be more than that. Men, treat your women like they are more than that.
That's right. Back to Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 20. But if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel, then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the men of her city shall stone her with stones that she die, because she hath brought folly in Israel, to play the whore in her father's house. So shalt thou put evil away from among you.
Right now, we're not living under the rules of the Most High. We're living under the rule of another nation. If this was our rule right now, you would be put to death if you were a whore. This is the repercussions repercussion of it. You know, their father couldn't prove that you were a virgin. You brought embarrassment to your father's house by not having these tokens of virginity to give to your husband. You were a harlot. And we need to step away from the society of Babylon and go back to our ways and show our women to live by our customs and our greatness.
Yeah, Con, women aren't meant to be players, trying to kill as many guys as possible. That's totally wrong, and not the order of the Most High to do that. We're supposed to be one man, faithful and loyal to him. Not trying to be out, trying to be players, get as many men as possible. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, they shall both of them die. Both the man that lay with the woman, and the woman shall put away evil from Israel.
Men should not be sleeping with another man's wife. I don't know how to be more explicit than that. You should not be sleeping with another man's wife. You should love your neighbor like you love yourself. You wouldn't want your neighbor doing that to you. In this day and age, you're bringing shame on yourself. And as you can see, the scripture that he brought up, you put to death alone with that man's wife because you are committing adultery. That in itself is adultery. You should know better than that. But see, Hollywood and everything, how to be a player, and they taught you that the next man's woman is the best man's woman, and that's not what it is. You're wrong. Go back to these laws.
Yeah, no, when you meet a woman, when you meet a girl, you should say, "How you doing, my sister? Do you have a man?" If she says yes, then keep it moving. If not, then maybe move on. But if she has a man, then you should leave her alone.
And you practicing covetousness. You want what another man's had by even association with that woman. You should know that boundary. These boundaries is put in place to save your life.
Exactly. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 23. If a damsel, that is a virgin, be betrothed unto a husband, and a man findeth her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city. Ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die.
Man, you know good and well you shouldn't be forcing yourself on a woman. We shouldn't even have to tell you that. You should not be forcing yourself on a woman, especially another man's wife. You should know better. And if we was under the laws of the Most High, which we are, but if you were being held accountable for the laws of the Most High, you would be put to death for this. Ain't no going to jail, you get put to death for this.
Verse 26. Wait, Salaki, verse 27. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
All right, Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 26. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. Whereas when a man rises against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold unto her, and lie with her, and they shall be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. A man shall not take his father's wife, nor discover his father's skirt.
You should know better than that. Why would you lay with your father's wife? Come on, man. What's the moral respect for your father? You're supposed to honor your father for your days will be long. It's part of the commandments. Honor that. Live by that.
And neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
And like it's already been said, you should not be laying with your neighbor's wife. If a woman belongs to another man, you have no business with her. None at all. You shouldn't even be talking to her. If you have anything to say to her, you should be talking to her husband. If you have a matter with her, you should be talking to her husband. There's no way it's out of order just for you even to be associated with another man's wife. You're out of order. Stay in your lane.
Very well said. So next we'll go to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for her, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word.
Love your wives like Christ loved the church. And Christ loved the church more than anything. You show your wife the utmost respect. You shouldn't be beating on your wife. You shouldn't be sleeping around with mad different women and they don't belong to you. That's just wrong. You show your woman the utmost respect. You treat her like the queen that she's supposed to be.
Right, you're supposed to build her up with the law, statutes, and commandments on the Most High. If she's your helpmate, she's your possession. Let's go ahead and stop.